The studio experience is a real-world application. You work on a real project with real clients, and you have that opportunity to work on a project for an extended period of time. The goal of the studio is to provide a comprehensive vision for the future of the Morse Road corridor.
So we took the three issues that they sort of pinpointed during community meetings: connectivity, livability, and safety.
We use qualitative analysis, quantitative analysis, community outreach and engagement process, and then finally a design charrette in order to produce this long-term vision for the corridor. It's extremely helpful when people come into the classroom, whether they are from the community, whether they're professionals in the planning field. Everything they contribute affects the way that we view the project.
The first outreach program we did was we met with the community, and it was all the stakeholders. So we met with them, they told us what their needs were.
Hearing from people in the community changed our total vision, because initially what we thought going into the meeting is something totally different. Well, not completely different, but different than what we came out of the meeting with. So what their core assets were as far as community center, where they go after work, things that are important to them within the community. It gave a better indication of where we should focus and what we should focus on, instead of what we think we should focus on.
We brought professionals in that would help guide us, and we had a whole day where we just sat down at tables and we just started drawing, envisioning, and trying to incorporate those ideas of safety, lighting, access to parks and schools and all of this, and we just sat down and we just started belting out ideas. It was a pretty fun process.
Final presentation was an opportunity for us as a studio to present our final project and our final document.
The vision started small, but basically the more information we found out from people who lived there in our own research, it built into something bigger and something a little more cohesive as far as a design concept.
We try to give them a good image of where they can go, and we gave them short-term things that they could start tomorrow, and then we gave them things that it would take 20, 30 years down the road to really achieve those goals.
The steps we go through in this studio are the same that you would go through if some developer put out a request for proposal.
So you get the job experience and can hopefully utilize that in an interview to land a job.
Biggest thing is we've gotten out there and talked to professionals, and that alone, we start networking ourselves. They remember our faces, they remember what projects we've worked on. I've gotten a lot of experience from it. This has been one of my best experiences in the program.
In the Morse Road studio, students and faculty were really working on a vision for one particular community about how it was going to develop over time in terms of the urban form, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel. Studios, though, have lots of different topics. We could have a studio about transportation, about making a district green, about the economic viability of a particular piece of property, about land use decisions. It's about envisioning a future in many different areas for many different kinds of people.